I thought I had to pee, but I had to poo. What a way to start the show. Welcome to Sidejag. That's right. We talk about all kinds of things here. That was Bluey, the cartoon from Australia with the little dogs. I don't know if you've ever seen that. The kid we watch, Grayson, he loves to watch that in the morning. And I'm just sitting there, and the dad is outside the bathroom. And he's like, are you almost done? He goes, I thought I had to pee, but I had to poo. And I about spit it out, man. I was just like, what?
Dude, the funniest thing is that is so true.
Yeah.
Like that happens 1 out of 20 times, probably.
The worst is the follow-up friend. It's like the party's over, we're already cleaning up. No, I'm late.
Exactly.
Like, son of a bitch. God.
Exactly.
What the hell?
Where'd you come from?
Yeah. The hell, the party's over, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you vacuuming the floor? Son of a bitch. All right, screw it.
Man.
Heat up the oven. We're making cookies.
Exactly.
Yeah. But welcome to the show, guys. Tonight we're gonna talk about some stuff. Okay. First off, I just want to say, apparently, the goal is to be a white-collar criminal.
Yeah.
That is the goal. That is the goal in life, is to be a white-collar criminal. Steal as much money as you can without killing someone or doing drugs. That's it. That's literally it. I mean, that's how you stay rich or become rich.
And you almost always get away with it.
Oh, and not only that, even if you have to...
But it's not equal to the crime.
No, but even if you have to go to jail, what do you go to jail for? A couple of years? Tops?
Yeah.
3 years? Ooh.
Got money on the books.
$26 million, but I went to jail for 3 years, and I got to pay back restitution. $350 a month for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
I got $26 million. I can do what the frick I want. Kidding me. All right, we'll get to that later. Before we get to that, you're going to tell me a Bailey story.
Dude, this is a safe space, right?
Yeah, this is a safe space.
Listen, man.
It is
I'll
not.
tell y'all, I've been being bullied from a young woman. It's been several years now, and I know Dean knows how this feels.
Oh yeah, my shoulders are always in pain.
So here's the situation.
Are we talking about being abused? Totally
Exactly.
What the frick, man?
I was threatened with physical violence tonight. We'll say that.
Okay, that's normal.
But, Cassie's birthday is tomorrow, but she has 2 baseball games, and my niece is graduating. My niece and nephew, actually.
Jesus.
So
too much stuff.
I know exactly. So tonight, I was like, I'll just get her a little cake tonight, and we'll just do a quick dinner before the show. Do the dinner. I have 2 pieces of cake, strawberry frosting.
Oh, really?
Very good.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's legit my favorite.
That's Cassie's favorite as well. So that's why I picked it up. Have 2 of those. Bailey's like, I'm going to crumble cookie. Like, cool. What should I get in the 4-pack? I was like, don't get the 4-pack. Uh-oh. The bully's here.
Bully?
A live meeting.
He's telling a story about
my bully.
His daughter, not you.
Yeah.
You really do love me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you show him?
No.
Good. Look what he made me.
Oh.
It says my name on it and everything.
Yeah.
I won.
I know, you won. That's your trophy.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Deuces.
What show is this?
The fun one.
Oh, okay, bye.
Okay. All right.
So
back to the Bailey story.
I'm going
crumble cookie.
I said, do not get the 4-pack. We throw them away every single time. Like everyone will have one little triangle, and it's like, yeah, that's good. We tried them all, and then they sit there for 3 or 4 days, and we just throw them away.
Correct, and it's like $30.
Yeah, and that was the first threat of violence. Like there, like I want to taste all the cookies. We narrowed it down to just pick one. So I tell her, she's like, gives me the options. I'm like, yeah, get the wedding cake. The wedding cake should be good, or the birthday cake, or whatever it is. She gets that. The birthday cake's not good. So she's like, luckily, I went ahead and bought another one. She got the peanut butter. And she's like, try them. I was like, no, dude. We had soup. I had 2 pieces of cake. I'm not putting another drop of food in my mouth. And then I get the try them. And then aggressive try them. I was like, you're not going to leave till I try them, right? It's like, yeah, I was like, I'm going to try a tiny bite of them and then get out of my face. So I tried a tiny bite of them. and they both suck. Like, congratulations. The one I picked sucked because she's blaming just the one I picked sucked.
Yeah.
You picked is dry, and it also sucks. So congratulations. Right. And then that's when I was threatened with violence.
Yeah. So on the cookie thing, not the violence thing, when we were in Mesa, they have an insomniac cookie.
Dude, that's the best one in my opinion.
I didn't even know this was a thing. It happened to be next to the Starbucks. And when we took our driverless car to Starbucks in the morning, which was crazy, just all the way, it's driverless cars. Way to go. We're going to die. Can we do it again? The next to it was the insomnia cookie, and they're open till 2, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to hit that up. And it was funny because it was only like, I don't know, midnight, and they're like, all right, we're out of brownies. I'm like, of course you are.
Yeah.
But they had brookies, so brookie Sunday it is. Haley got the cookies. It was weird because like she got 2 cookies. I think she only ate one of them, and the other one was like in the hotel room, and I'm like, did you just forget about this cookie? I mean, and then I tasted it, and I was like, oh, this is gross. It was like a oatmeal raisin. I was like, oh.
Really? That's my favorite kind, but those are hit and miss for sure.
Yeah, and there again, it could have just been because it had sat there for 24 hours. So,
And I'm always like they have some kind of milk, like the ones I've been to have their own milk or something like that. But it's good.
We were there for the ice cream.
Yeah. Dude, Insomnia has so much stoner vibes.
College town.
Yeah.
It was literally in the college. So it was on the college campus. So in big cities like that, the college is kind of built into the city. And so that corner was like right at the corner where they lived.
Yeah.
So it was like they could walk out of their nighttime abodes to the Starbucks and then get their late night cookies and
good cookie.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But the Starbucks was good. That's the Starbucks where Haley got the inspiration for her plaque that she made. Was at that Starbucks.
That's cool.
And that's where I figured out there was an extra large. That's way too large.
An extra large
cup at
Starbucks?
Yeah.
But it has some dumbass name.
Yeah, it's all dumbass names. And I'm just like, listen, I'm buying your shit. Can we stick with
the biggest one or the medium or one?
Give me that cup right there. That's the one I want. I don't know, venti. I don't know what this shit is.
And then I got a tall, and I was like, "That's the smallest one. This doesn't make sense."
No, it's like I want a large.
No.
And they go, "Do you want a large?" And I go, "What the fuck is a large?" And they pointed to a bigger cup, and I was like, "I can get that." And they're like, "Sure." And I said, "Well, give it to me." And it was too much.
Dude, that is...
That one, I didn't finish that one. I was like, okay, this was too much.
That one, you're going to go from a number 1 to a number 2 real quick with the big one.
Yeah, luckily I'm not drinking coffee, so I'm getting the pinkety drinkety. So
okay.
I'm getting gay.
Yeah. I'll get the basic drinks. I'm not getting like straight black coffee. I'm getting like a freaking.
Oh yeah. No, trust me.
Frappe.
Oh yes. No, everyone I'm with has got their like this one, boop, and they all got the apps and shit. And I'm just like, okay. Eureka Springs. Big Cat Rescue.
I've been, but I did not know that. Is Big Cat Rescue, is that the one with Carol Baskin?
Yeah, that's here in Florida.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Big Cat Rescue, well, actually, she just sold it.
Really?
Yeah, she sold it. So Carol is no longer the owner of that. So.
Oh, okay. It's not. See, Baba's a basic bitch like me.
Yeah. No, listen, man. They all have their things, and I just look at them, and now I can at least play in the same crowd. Right. My drink is just pink.
Well, you know what's crazy for me is I'm not a coffee drinker, but
not either.
But I found that I like iced coffee.
Yeah,
like if I can drink iced coffee.
Well, I think if you put enough shit in anything, you could probably get it to taste okay.
Right.
So put some caramel, put some foam, a little bit of chocolate with a base of some coffee in there, and it's like, hey man, this tastes wonderful.
Well, I can just do a straight up cappuccino, which is just a little bit of milk and espresso.
Yeah.
Iced form, perfect. I mean, I'll drink it hot too, but iced form, that's the way I want to go.
No, I get mine full gay. I get pink drink with with the oat milk and the vanilla sweet foam and oh yeah.
You do like I need three pumps of caramel.
There's none of that shit, man. It just comes. Mine is so easy.
Yeah.
2 things: pink with foam on top, and white shit in the middle to make it opaque. Yeah, give me that. Mm-hmm. And I'm a happy boy in the morning.
Yeah.
Especially because Sage is paying for it.
Exactly. It cost him $24 for 2.
Yeah. So he bought the pink drinks in the morning, and I bought the ice cream at night. So it was kind of like a fair trade.
There you go.
I can't decide what I like better though, the dragon fruit or the strawberry. It's a hit or miss. Like,
is it like a what do they call them? Is it like a thick viscous, or is it kind of thin? And
it's thin. It's thin. I mean, you put the oat milk in there to make it more creamy. Like a milkshake. Plus, you put the foam in it, so you can get it without all that crap, and it tastes more like a Sprite kind of thingy. And Fernando likes to get me that, and I'm like, you're no fun, bro. You're no fun. But yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
So she manhandled you basically.
Yeah, just like I haven't been wooed by her in a while, so she's come out of the woodworks on me.
Yeah, ligers are big. Talking about a liger reminds me of
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best ever be a liger.
Yeah.
Half lion, half tiger. Rawr.
There's huge though. I've seen them before.
Yeah, they can't have babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
So they're like they're the inbred situation.
Yeah. Well, which is great because I mean, let's be honest, we don't want those. Those are huge. I mean, you're just waiting to see He-Man riding on the back of it.
Yeah. It was like, can you imagine a Chihuahua that is like tiger sized? Absolute terror.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be the scariest thing in the world. With their disposition? Oh God, yeah.
Dude. Oh my God.
Yeah. It actually, because like their mentality, and how big they think they are, actually being that big.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they'd be like spider monkeys, man. Or they'd just be like, they'd be Planet of the freaking
mass murders.
Yeah, it's like can't have those chihuahuas. They make the pit bulls look like kitty cats.
Exactly.
Just like shred you up.
Yeah.
Or it could go the other way, just because now they're bigger, they mellow out a little bit. But I doubt it. Yeah, they'd be like greyhounds and just be.
At least the first generation's gonna be nasty. And then as they start to breed, maybe they mellow out.
Yeah, it's like we want the calm ones,
right?
Then you just Chihuahua walk in and be like, "Hey, what's up, homie?"
Yeah,
blow it in my face. Yeah, got those edibles.
Exactly.
I like the brownies. They're not good for me. They make me poop.
Oh, I did. So I watched him. I wrote it down so I didn't forget. I watched a movie, The Iron Claw.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Have you not seen the previews? Zac Efron.
Oh, yes, the wrestling movie.
The wrestling about the original, the Von Erichs.
Von Erichs, yeah.
Yeah, the Von Erichs.
How was it?
It's slow. Like if they I thought it was a good movie, but it should have been shortened. They wanted to tell the story how it is.
Yeah.
Such a tragic story. Like, I did not realize all the I knew some of it, but I didn't realize how much tragedy. Like, because they start the thing off saying, like, hey, some people say that our family's cursed. And then they go in and they show you everything that's happened. I was like, your family's probably cursed.
Pick the wrong profession.
Right. And then just like all the shit that happens to them. So I thought it was a good movie, entertaining. It is slow at times, though. So it depends on what you're in the mood for. Cassie she loved it.
I mean, I liked The Wrestler with
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke. I mean, there again, at times it was slow and
Right.
kind of like sad. It's on my list, like because it's on HBO right now, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where we watched it.
So I was like, I got a flight coming up here soon. Maybe I'll
I
watch
think it's flight worthy.
Yeah.
And you probably know some of the story, I'm assuming, probably already.
I mean, who knows? You know, it's one of those things that it's like maybe.
Yeah, yeah, and it's based on a true story.
Yeah,
like all this shit really happened to a true family, and then I was just it was interesting enough that it made me look up facts after the movie.
Oh, that's good.
How close it was to reality, and they had Ric Flair on there, and they said that the main guy that not Zac Efron plays, but one of the other guys. There's a guy from the movie with Frank Gallagher. There's a series with Frank Gallagher in it where he's a drunk.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. It's on Showtime.
It does.
Anyway, one of the main guys from there. He's in it, and he's the pretty boy one. That guy in real life, they said that he was so well built and so like beautiful that Arnold Schwarzenegger refused to take a shirtless pic next to him shirtless. That was like one of the things because they were doing promos because at that time he was the Iron Man and all this stuff.
Right.
He was such like a pretty boy and so massive that Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't want to take shirtless pics next to him. Can you imagine that?
That would be interesting to see if that was true because I mean Arnold Schwarzenegger was pretty.
He was Mr. Olympian.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think this might have been after that. No, this might have been before that.
Gotcha.
Because this was like the 70s when they were doing that. But anyways, they go from the guy, their dad is the guy that is famous for the Iron Claw. He builds his own WWE thing. It turned into WWE, and they kind of go through all this stuff. Little Texas League, and it's an interesting movie.
Von Erichs.
Yeah, the Von Erichs.
Yeah. No, I'll have to check it out. So I've actually been watching something too. So when I'm at the gym, I put on my phone, and I rewatched what is it, the Blue Eye Ninja or whatever it is, the cartoon that's on Netflix. Super awesome, or Blue Eyed Samurai. It's called the Blue Eyed Samurai.
Yeah,
it's a great cartoon, like fantastic anime. Like it was awesome. I watched it twice now. It was pretty cool. Watched Blade Runner for the first time earlier today. What'd you think of that, Blake? Blue Eye Samurai is great. Yeah, so I've watched it twice. I watched it at the gym. So I got done watching at the gym, and I was like, crap.
Yeah.
So I'm watching Three Body Problems.
I've seen that. They've been advertising it. Is it good?
I'm on episode 3, and I'm still... What in the frick?
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm just... It's like... What is it with like? Can't these people get to the goddamn point? Like, yeah, it was. I feel like most of Blade Runner went over my head.
It's a multiple watch, in my opinion.
Yes, 100%. And the really screwed up thing about Blade Runner is which version of it did you watch?
Oh yeah,
because there's like 3 different versions. There's like the director's cut, there's a special cut, and then there's the original.
They got like a Star Wars issue going on. Like, did Han shoot first? And
well,
it's kind of funny that it's Harrison Ford in it.
All right, so Three Body Problems is damn good. First halfway, okay, so there again, it's like all these things you got to get through the freaking first half of the thing before you know what is going on, and that's driving me crazy because I'm only watching it a half hour at a time,
right?
And it's just like, oh.
You know what cartoon I did watch on Netflix? Not recently, but before, Samurai Jack. I used to like that one. Yeah.
It's funny because when we went last year, when we went on our cruise, that was the cartoon that I took to travel with Samurai Jack. Because I was like, I've never really watched this before. Let me kind of, go in and it was funny because the angry guy, the demon in that is the guy from Conan. The little guy from Conan that was the original first Conan, the Asian guy that he finds on the beach. Yeah. And he's like, you know, and brings him back to life, and he's painting him and all that crap. That's the bad guy in that, and it was funny. I was like, Aku, yes,
Aku,
yeah. So I mean, the guy had to be 100 when he was doing the voice of that shit. But no, I didn't get too deep into it because I was on a train playing, and there was a lot of rocking and motion. And I've mastered the ability to fall asleep on these things now.
Dude, I wish I could fall asleep on a plane. A plane
is so great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So like when we fly out, to Atlantic City next month. You know, we're on Spirit, which I've never flown before.
Ooh.
And we bought there's 4 big seats. They don't call them first class, they call them big seats.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper to buy the big seat than it is to carry on your bag. Because they charge like $130 to carry your bag on and put it in the overhead bin.
Right.
Or they charge you $127 for a big seat. I go, we're getting a big seat and we're putting our luggage under the plane. Screw that shit.
Exactly.
Spirit is crap. And there again, the only reason why we're flying Spirit is because they're the only airline that goes into Atlantic City Airport from here.
So you either have to do a connection or just fly Spirit.
Yeah, which is 8 hours.
Right. Yeah.
Or I can get there from Tampa to there in like 2.5 hours. Straight, nonstop.
I mean, sometimes it's like, I will say, like, Allegiant is also known as a crap carrier, but I like flying. I don't mind flying Allegiant. Like, I've flown 3 different times, and I would pay for the extra legroom seats. But to me, they're as, like, people think American's nice. I hate American Airlines, but
no, American's not nice.
Yeah, no, it's like Allegiant, for what American is, Allegiant is very equal, comparable to me.
Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, I remember that from the Avatar. He is correct. Yes, you're right.
Yeah. And we're so we're going to Simology 1st of June, and I had already bought my ticket, so I got it pretty cheap on Delta. It was like $500 total, or $450 for a regular seat, you know.
Yeah.
And then I get the hotel and stuff. And I asked Cassie in the beginning, like, hey, do you want to go? Would you like to go? I'll buy your ticket now. And then, you know, you can have a good time. You don't have to go to the show. You can do whatever you want. I'm going to rent a car.
Right.
No, I don't want to go. I don't want to impede on your time. I was like, you won't be. It's like, it's just going to be me. And then the guys that are down there, you know.
Yeah.
And turned around. She's like, I got 2 vacation days. This is probably a month later. I got 2 vacation days I need to use, like, before June 15th. It's like, well, remember?
Yeah.
We go this thing. So I had to pay $800 for a ticket.
Oh, fantastic.
It was a month later.
Yeah.
We get to sit together on one flight.
Yeah.
Other than that, we had to sit separate. And I was like, well, she's like, well, are you sure you want to? I was like, listen, it's just money. Money.
And like, I don't care if I sit on the plane or not, because I'm gonna be like this.
Oh, I wish, dude. Like if I wish I could sleep on a plane, that would be awesome.
It's funny because like it's that's why I'm driving Andy for sure.
Yeah.
Loading a plane sucks. Listen, until you've had to board Air Canada.
Yeah.
If you've boarded Air Canada, hello, my name is, then saying Spirit sucks, I'll totally buy. But unless you've done that, you have no idea how bad it is to board a plane. Because I was in loading zone 3 on this last flight, and it took me 45 minutes from when they said start boarding to when I sat in my seat. 45 minutes. Okay. I have never taken and that's like normal. That's 100%. Like, you're not getting anywhere fast. Like, you are always leaving late. You know, it's like, it's terrible.
So I've had priority boarding because the seats that I've bought before.
Yeah.
But I will purposely board last. Like, I hate being on the plane, not because I'm scared to fly. I just don't like being in enclosed spaces for as little time as possible.
Right.
So they're like, oh, well, you won't have your overhead. I don't give a shit. Like, you're gonna let me check it for free if there's no room, right? Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. I don't care. I want on
Yeah.
the plane as late as possible, and I'd like to get off as early as possible. But I'm not going to be a jerk that comes from the back row and tries to run to the front as soon as you can unbuckle.
Dude, we've had that happen once with this lady.
Yeah.
We did it once, and dude, she was a pro. I
Really?
mean, dude, it was like the Flash. It was just like, and you're like, what was that?
Now, if they're out of the way, but a lot of times they're clogging up everybody else. It's like, come on. And usually it's an old dude.
Yeah.
But come on, you see, like they're going left, right, left. You see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like if you needed to make a connection, you could have told the stewardess. They would ask people to wait for you, and then you could have been.
Well, even still, I just think it's funny. It's like you're in the back of the plane. Sit down.
Yeah.
Like, see all these people in front of you? They're gonna get off first.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you're gonna wait for me. You're gonna try to rush me though, and I'm not gonna be rushed because I really don't care.
Right.
You know. I can imagine pretty bad. And yes, I'm imagining it's gonna suck. So I've already prepared myself for the suckiest thing ever. But as long as we take off, fly through the air, and successfully land,
yeah,
I call it a win every time.
A couple hours. It's not gonna be.
Yeah. No, I mean it's an airline, it's an airplane. You know, I'll pack some underwear in my backpack just in case. I'm sure there's a Walmart somewhere around there. If not,
yeah.
You know, it's it's the joy of flying. I mean, you know, we sat in Mesa for 4 extra hours waiting for our plane because it clipped its wing leaving Vegas, and so like it landed, and they're like, "Yeah, this plane is going out of service," and everyone's like, "Oh, what the frick, man? This sucks, bro. What the?" And then they find out it's like, "Yeah, we clipped the wing when we took off," and it's like, "No, that's cool. Y'all can back that plane the fuck up."
Put it away. Yep.
You know. Oh, we always get there early, man. Trust me. We got nothing else to do.
And this is going to be the first time Cassie's never flown Delta.
Oh.
Which, in my opinion, I think like Deltas have been the nicest I've flown.
Delta's good. We don't typically fly Delta just because
you pay $800 for a main cabin ticket.
Yeah.
Unless you get like me, I was like, yeah, oh cool, I'm gonna fly Delta for $450. Little did I know, a month later I was gonna pay $800 for a seat, not even next to me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's yeah. I mean, trust me, I just bought all the tickets for vacation because we're going on vacation first week in July.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we're doing a whole bunch of shit, and I had to buy, you know, a bunch of plane tickets for that. And, you know, because it's like I'm taking Fernando and Sebastian with me, and we're flying somewhere, and then the girls are going to meet up with us later, and then we're all flying back. And so it's like I bought 3 sets of one-way tickets.
Wow.
It was just like, it was so much easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 different airports. It's ridiculous. But it's normal. I mean, we fly every month. So, you know, it's like, you know, whatever, you know, it doesn't, it's like, cool, man. Like we're in this one line and going through TSA, and this guy was losing his shit. Like so much so that they were this close, just being like, "Sir, come with me." You know, he's just arguing with the TSA lady, telling her how she hates her job and she's got a chip. And just like, and I'm like,
I don't know
why? They're just doing their job.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Violence, bro.
Who cares? Like, let them. Hey, are these yours? Yeah, that's my dildo. I mean, you know, who cares? Who gives a shit? I mean, you know, can I rub this bomb pad all over your expensive camera gear? Like, I have a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Rub away. You know, with the magic. Whatever the fuck you're doing. You know, I don't care. You know, the only time I get annoyed at TSA is if I'm behind a newborn or a mom that has brought the baby formula with her on the plane, and they have to swab every goddamn bottle, and it takes forever. And so you're just sitting there like, are you serious? Like, y'all need to come up with a better way to do this or something. Like, I don't know, molecular scanners, you know, it's like, because you can bring it, but that's the only liquid you can bring on a plane. So they got to test them all. And
Damn.
it's like, shit.
I usually am way more annoyed with the people, not TSA, the actual people in line.
Oh, yeah, of
They
course.
act like they've never been to an airport in their life.
No, and
maybe they have.
Most of them haven't.
Maybe they haven't. And it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like they got the work boots on. And it's like, if you have that, that's fine. But no, you're gonna have to take them off. Like everybody has to take them off. You're not special.
No, unless you're out of the country.
Yeah.
That would be great, Baba. Yeah, it'd be great. I don't know this guy. I know this guy. No, it's funny though. I mean, yes, you're right. It's a lot of people. It's like, excuse me, man. You have to do that. Oh, like there was this lady that literally just walked through with all her shit, and somehow it was like she almost got through, and I was like, and then they're coming back and they're putting they're like pausing the line and putting like all this lady's stuff on the conveyor belt to go through. And I'm like, how did she get that far?
Yeah.
Like who missed?
One person tackled her.
Yeah. You know, and then the guy, and then like we always try to go to the machines that you don't have to take all your crap out of your bag, you know, because they have the new ones, and it's like we know which ones they are now, so we just like immediately walk
out on your laptop.
Yeah, you know, it's like we immediately walk to those and be like, yeah, we're going over here. No, we'll wait. We're going over here. It's fine. No, they can. You can have that fucking line. No, I got 6 things in my bag I got to take out. I'll wait for this one.
Yeah.
You know, this one works better. And you know, this guy's pulling all this. I'm standing there, and the TSA guy's literally telling you, all you have to do is put your bag in a cart. You do not have to take anything out. You do not have to take your laptops out. Yes, sir, you, the one in the front that is taking his laptop bag out. You do not have to take your laptops out. As I've previously stated, please do not. You know, and the guy's like, oh, what? I'm like, dude, I mean, like you look like you've flown before. I mean, are you that dumb?
Yeah. People are not
a lot. So much better. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are oblivious to anyone but themselves. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like when I go to the supermarket, first of all, like if someone just has a few things, I'm letting them go in front. If I have a bunch, also, like I'm gonna have my wallet out and ready to pay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay, and I'm not gonna sit and put every individual bill back and straighten my wallet out. I'm gonna grab the money, fold it in the wallet real quick, and go, and I'll straighten it later. But a lot of people don't think like that.
No. They're just
very
like,
willing to inconvenience everybody else that's behind.
Dude, if you get behind the old lady that's writing a check,
oh god, yeah.
It's like, what year is this? How is she allowed to be in here?
Yeah, let me write it down in my register as well. Right?
Oh
now.
yeah.
Do it later. Yeah.
Might forget.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere to be. You're young.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's but I mean the thing is, like at the airport, you know, it's like the one thing I like about the airport is like it's one speed.
Yeah.
It's one speed. It's either but everyone feels like they have to hurry. And it's like, no, just it's one, just the speed is go. Okay. Yeah. Go until you stop, and then you're gonna wait. And then you're gonna go again.
Hurry up and wait, yeah.
Yeah, it's you know, it's like we got to get through. You know,
one thing that sucks is like when you land, your plates arrive or your plane's arriving late. You got a connection at Dallas Fort Worth, and you're going from Z to G to A, and it's I gotta get there in 30 minutes. Like, how?
Why would you have booked that? You know.
Yeah.
So in like, I haven't done a lot of international flights, but it's great because like. The one thing luckily I had somebody that had done international flights book my tickets, and they're like, yeah, you'll want the extra time between flights. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, like 2 to 3 hours between flights is perfectly acceptable. 4 hours is almost wonderful.
No.
Because, you know, it was too, because by the time I got like through all the bullshit, it was like, it took me like 2 hours. And I was like, holy shit, that was crazy. So, yeah, that's a headache.
Yeah.
You know? But the other thing too with like flying international is knowing all the silliness, like for example, going to Canada. There's stuff you can do before you go to Canada, and there's stuff you can do before you come back in the United States. And if you do it, you save a bunch of time. I mean, other than just having international, whatever the cool, where you can just walk through all the cool shit.
Yeah.
Because you have that special pass. So, and a lot of people won't. I don't want the government to have my picture. It's like, I don't give a shit. Does it get me through the line faster? Yeah. Okay. Take my picture. Take my DNA. Here, want me to spit in a cup? I mean, what do you want?
Like,
just let me get through this line.
The government already has your picture.
Yeah, I know that. So I didn't care. And it was funny too, because when I flew out of Toronto, I knew that they have the app, and so I filled out the app, did all the stuff, and it's like you can't register the app until you set foot into the airport. So it's like you're literally getting off the bus and you go here, and it goes stand by for picture, and you're like, oh, yeah. It takes your picture, and you're like, okay, and so then you feed all through the airport, you get to where you're going, which is a nightmare, and then you're like, you get through TSA, and there's this big sign. Because I said, where do I go for this? And like, after you get through TSA, there'll be a sign. I said, okay, cool. So and there's this big sign. So there's this huge line, and there's this big sign. And I go, I don't have to wait in this big line because I see my sign. I walked over to the sign, and you see these people fucking with their phones and shit. And I'm like, I got it up. I'm ready to go. I go, eh? And they go, go. And I just like walked over, and it's like walked right up to the customs person, and they were doing random custom shit. Like one place they're taking your picture, another place they're just asking you what you've been, or they want to see your ticket. It's like, makes no sense. You got to have like everything ready. And then they ask for something, you need this, and you're like, why were you here? Because I like the water. I don't know.
Sell drugs.
Yeah.
Don't pressure me. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Because it was fun.
I stole maple honey. Is that fine?
I was hanging out with friends. We were all getting high on honey.
Yeah.
CBD honey.
Oh damn.
But yeah, it's funny. And then the fun, like when I was leaving one country, I went to take my shoes off, and the guy goes, "No, stupid American, put your shoes back on." And I go, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like you guys. You guys are neat. Stupid American, bad. I mean, yeah.
Do you have to take yours off though?
What?
Your shoes?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
They don't consider them socks?
No, they're shoes. They have laces.
So you got to go barefooted then.
No, fuck no. I got socks, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, screw that. I pay $15 for a pair of socks, man. Falling like that. No. Oh, hell no, man. I would not wear them to the airport.
Hell no, dude.
I do not know how people walk through the airport barefoot. That is the most disgusting thing ever. That's like, when you watch those things that say 10 things, get a speed pass. Yeah. 10 things that stewardess tell you never to do. One of them is take your shoes off on a plane and walk to the bathroom. I was like, I would never take my shoes off on a plane and or walk anywhere on the plane. No. And then, but you see the people, I see them all the time. The guys with the hey dudes on, the first thing you do when they get on a plane is they kick them off underneath their seats. I'm just like, ugh.
Dude, people are so... This is why I don't like flying that much. Because people are... they're not... Either they don't care what other people think, or they don't care if people think they smell. I mean, it's just a lot of things.
Yeah. Okay, so white collar crimes. That's what it's all about. McMillions.
Yeah.
How much of it did you get through?
3/4 of the way through episode 3, but I know the full story. So
okay, so I binge watched the whole thing. Because once I got into it, I was like, crap, I'm going to have to watch this. It's
pretty... It keeps you going.
Yeah, when you're on a 15-hour flight, you just...
Yeah.
No, it does keep you going. I think one of the things that made this interesting, it was almost made to be a movie. Because the characters were just so out there.
Agent Matthews.
Bro, that guy is nuts.
He's a maniac. Like, he might be the best part of this documentary.
He is the best part of the documentary. I almost wish they would have moved him into a better office, though.
Yeah.
he deserved a better background than the one he got.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you had it was like the 3 FBI agents. You got Agent Matthews was like the kid in the like the little corner thing. Then you had the former boss, which was the guy in the chair. Then you had the head of the department, which was, you know, the guy behind the desk. And it was like,
dude, you already know, like, if you let one of us into the FBI, we're Agent Matthews all the way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's like just find a corner and put him in it.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had the lawyer that was
some dumb shit that's gonna crack the whole case. But it is dumb shit. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah. Even the McDonald's chick looked like, you know, they dude, that room was so pretty that they put her in. Like her jacket matched the chair. Yeah. I mean, it was like, wow, this is so aesthetically pleasing. It was just great to watch her because she was just like, she fit the room. It was like, man, you know, and her hair was done. She was done up.
She's very elegant.
Yes. I was like, wow, they really put her together well for this.
And then contrast that with Agent Matthews. He wears a gold suit to the first meeting with McDonald's.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best. Yeah. Yeah.
Then he tackles the kid that steals the check, and it's like, it's not a real check, bro.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And the whole thing was just so silly. And I think the climax that, like, when they tell you how he was stealing it.
Yes. That's it. 3, yeah.
It was just like, really?
Yeah, it's so like, yeah.
That was like, no one picked up on that. Like, he might actually have the combination, and he got a box of stickers by accident. So whoever sent him the stickers is the person responsible for all of it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because it's like, are you kidding me?
Dude, the amount of money that they got away with in that whole thing.
It's funny though, because like I felt where it got kind of long was concentrating on the mob guy.
Right, yeah.
Like that got way too long. And his
I think they're trying to make that connection to make it seem like a cooler story than what it was.
Yeah, no, they could have sidestepped the whole.
It's like, this basically has nothing to do with the mob.
No.
Besides, the wife wants to be affiliated with the mob to make herself look cool. And it's like, you're an old lady.
She's a hot mess.
20. Yeah. Like Cassie was like, that she looks, something's off about her. It's like, she's trying to dress and act like she's still young.
Yeah.
And she's like 70 years old or whatever.
Yeah. She's smoking cigarettes like there's like her ass is on fire. I mean, yeah, it was.
Yeah. I remember the scandal from back in the day.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it this in depth. I didn't know, like, I knew that there was some kind of scheme going, but.
Well, I don't think they wanted to, like, you know, if you didn't know about it, you didn't know about it. I mean, you know, it was just kind of weird. But, I mean.
And this is why you never knew anybody in any other towns that won the prize. Nobody got Boardwalk. Nobody ever.
Well, and so the funny thing is that, like, even I loved how they interviewed the news guy in the end that they accidentally sent the paper to.
Yeah.
Was allowed, you know, as a, like, please don't share it. And then, like, here you go. And he was like, he goes, I don't, like, how did we miss it?
Yeah.
It's like, you had $2 million winners in our little ass town. Like, how? Like, no. Like, you just pat yourself on like, yeah, our city rocks. Woo! No, dumbass.
Something going on.
Like, no one picked up on it at all. It's like there was the biggest Jedi mind trick of everything because McDonald's didn't care.
Right? Yeah. McDonald's giving the money away regardless, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
The promotion
they didn't give a shit.
Did what they needed to. It got business in. People are trying to win.
Right. So, like, they didn't care.
Of course, this happened in Florida. Of course, this happened in Florida. Where else would this happen?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the other character that was really good. Yeah, well, that's what I said. White collar crimes all the way.
Yep.
Was the little guy, you know, that lived in the fortress house that Matthews had to go pick up.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they were asking, would you do it again? Oh yeah, I totally do it again. Are you kidding me? Yeah. He's like, yeah, why would you not? It's like I made $650,000 and I got like a year with a fucking ankle bracelet and I had to stay in my house.
Right.
I never leave my house anyway. So whoopity-doo. I got $650. Oh, and I got to pay $140 a month restitution for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Whoopity-doo. I gotta pay like $1,600 a year in restitution. Are you kidding me?
The whole scheme of bringing them in with the promise of a Las Vegas trip, that was genius. That was genius.
Dude, that was in a movie.
Yeah.
That was, I don't even remember the movie it was. Like they invited all the criminals to a baseball game. And the one criminal brought his son. Yeah. They were like, "Hey man, just go back home. Just take your kid and go home." And they arrested the whole arena. You know, it was like, "Are you shitting me?" Like, yeah. You know, and there again, it's like the lie is so thick. You know, right. It's like, and the one lady, you know, like had to mortgage her house and all this other crap, and
yeah, the black lady.
She got screwed, bro.
Dude. She really did. Like she was hustled from stem to stern.
Yeah, she got screwed all the way around, man. I felt bad for her. And then of course there's the one guy that got that like paid up enough to the lawyer and got off, you know, because he was like, "Screw that, I'm not guilty of nothing." and it was like, I get what the attorney was trying to say was like, no, he was complicit of something, and it's like, he was complicit of lying. That's not a crime.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't break anybody's rules because nowhere did it say I can't give it to you and you go, "Yeah, I just ordered this French fry." Woo! Mm-hmm. You know? So, you know, yeah. I mean, I thought that was silly.
What's like the whole thing with the donated $1 million winner? Like the Children's Hospital wasn't giving that money back.
No. And there again, that had to be, they couldn't legally give them the $1 million, but McDonald's had to donate $1 million to them, not from the game piece. So it was like that piece was still in play technically. So taxes wise, it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. Yeah, if you want to be an FBI agent, go to law school. I'm good.
Yeah, pass on that for $50,000 a year. I'm sure some will make good money, but I'm sure it's not that great starting off.
No, the average guy don't make shit.
Yeah,
I'm good.
That's one of those we talked about, installers not getting paid probably what they should, or being a tough job. I imagine FBI is much the same way.
Yeah, especially when you're coming into it, you know, because you just did 4 years of college and then you went to Quantico and then. You know,
and you could be killed your first day. You never know.
You could. Yeah, sure. Yeah. You know, that's usually not what happens as an installer, but you know, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it could. You never know, but it's highly unlikely. Yeah. I mean, really, the only part of this documentary that I kind of got, like, anytime they had the wife on, I was just like,
she was too much. God. She was too much.
They went too deep into him. And it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, and she was trying to get her 15 seconds of fame. And
she got it.
She was loving it, man. She was loving it. And it's like, you were the most uninteresting person in this whole thing.
Yeah, she was.
FBI agent is much more interesting than you.
Well, then it was funny because then, you know, then they part 2'd it into the next guy.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, the one that got the guy that got off. You know, he's like, you know, "I just want a navigator and a laptop."
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much. I just asked for a navigator and a laptop, and I'm like, who does that? Like what? Like, no, that sounds so stupid. Like,
when it's like, and then part of it was, so Uncle, what the hell are they calling him? Uncle Joey,
Jesse, or Uncle Jim, or
whatever it was. Yeah, he sold him for $50,000 to the main guy. Which they thought he was the main guy, but he was making the least amount of money. But also, he probably had the least amount because he wasn't distributing them. And then he was getting half the money, so $500,000. He was splitting with the people he gave it to, so he was getting a much bigger benefit. But the trickle down was just not.
No, but I'm sure there was more kickbacks going on. Like, I feel like there was more that we just don't know about.
Oh,
because we only heard like they gave away millions and millions of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, and he had all the tickets.
Yeah.
Okay. So we only heard about like 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, there was other people involved in this that just, they didn't, you know.
Well, he also had $100,000 tickets, and not just all 1 million tickets. And obviously he had the Viper. He got the Viper.
Right.
Like freaking idiot. Like
yeah. Yeah. What is it? McDonald's gave away all that damn money, and they should have just invested in working the shake machines. That's a good documentary too on the shake machines.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah, this is my first time watching Jag. Do you post the next show to watch like a book club? Yes, actually we do.
Yep.
Yeah, we tell you what we're gonna watch next.
And Cassie and Blake are the only people that watch it. Sometimes Baba watches it.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes.
Yes,
yeah, it's true.
And I don't blame you guys.
Oh no. We
watch a lot of bad stuff most of the time.
A lot of bad stuff, and this will probably no different. I think the only like. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, so they got away with it for the most part.
Yeah,
it was a fun little watch. Whatever, should you watch it? No. If you're curious, go for it.
Right.
It was like I binge watched it, and like Sunday night at 2:30, I was like, well, let's just end. Like, oh my God, I don't care. But the other thing I watched this weekend was the thing that everyone else apparently watched was the roast of Tom Brady.
I didn't watch it, but
don't watch it.
I knew, like, dude, I'm so over like comedy specials and roast, and I'm just so far out of pocket on that
I'm not a roast guy. I don't like roast. I don't like making fun of people. I know it's hard to believe. Not in a mean way, like you do at a roast. At a roast, it's just like everything is on the table, and it's just like it's an excuse to be a total asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls wanted to watch it, so I was like, okay, we'll watch it. It's cool. Yeah. It's gonna have some funny moments, I'm sure. I was so uncomfortable watching that show. I was like, this is absolute crap.
I've seen clips. Like I seen the one where they roasted where they were getting Bert. Yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty
that there again. Yeah. Those are the funniest scenes.
Yeah.
Even their skit wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was Bert, bad.
Let's just say, like, Bert's really not that funny.
I like Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, I think he's like, he can tell a story.
Well, that's what I like. I like storytelling comedy.
He can tell a story, but I don't think he's all that funny as a straight up comedian. I think they
did roast Gronk more than everyone.
Yeah, they definitely did. From what I've seen.
Yeah.
What's Tom Segura? Now I think he's genuinely funny.
Tom Segura is good. I like Tom Segura. I like them both for sure. I like them both. I think they're both entertaining. I just it was one of those things where, dude, we had to watch it in 2 sittings because it's 3 hours long.
Oof.
I just didn't want to go back to it. But the girl's like, we gotta watch it till it ends. I was like, yes, I get it. We have to watch it for the cultural references that are going to be thrown out about it. But other than that, this is horrible.
Yeah.
It was just so bad.
This is funny. I like the machine better than the stand-up version of it because I can see the story he's telling.
Yes, it was good.
That's why I liked it. I was like, okay, now this is fun. His story is like what, probably 60% fiction, 40% truth or something like that. But maybe even less.
At this point, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? It's a funny story.
Yeah. Yeah. I just watch stand-up comedy for I like to see. I watch it for different reasons. I don't watch it for the humor. I like the humor, but I watch it for how they tell the story, because to me that's the important part. Is just dissecting the story to see how it flows and where it all kind of goes together, and sometimes you can just watch a joke fall flat, but most of the time when you're watching a special, this is their best work.
Right.
So it's real easy to. There again, I watch it for a different reason than just to laugh. I'm not necessarily there to laugh. That's a bonus, but I'm there to be entertained, and I look at it as an experience. Chappelle's the problem with Chappelle is like you really have to hold on for like you have to be really patient with Chappelle because he doesn't get to the point quickly. So he's going to tell you a story that isn't particularly funny and it'll eventually get to the joke.
Right.
So you have a long walk to get there.
I think his work better in a skit show.
Yes, I agree.
You can kind of set it up. But this is the reason why I don't. Now, all these I will listen to. I don't want to sit down and actually watch it. Now, I'll listen to it. And if they're a good storyteller, you can feel like you're in the story. When I'm listening to it. But I listen to it while I work. So listening to comedy, awesome. Watching it like just a straight up stand up, I just can't. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too. So I like to watch. The only reason why I like to watch it, like I don't mind listening to it. Like I'll listen to it. I'm fine with listening to it. Yeah. Sometimes I like to watch it just because I like to watch
the delivery,
the face, and the hands, because like especially like Segura.
Yeah,
Segura is great at like facial expressions, you know, and he does a lot of that. And a lot of the comedians do that. The ones that just sit up and go, they're kind of boring. But when they act out a little bit, like I find that more entertaining, and I like to.
I felt like they kind of lost that the new comedians because I used to love like Eddie Murphy's Raw was really
he moved around constantly.
Yeah, and then like George Carlin was always doing something, and it's like the new ones. There's a couple that are good, but most of them are not. Cat Williams was okay, but he kept telling the same jokes, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Cat Williams is Cat Williams, you know. He was funny, really funny at first, but
yeah, well, that's what happens. You got to know when to bow out.
And then you have other ones. Dave Chappelle's stand up never really was into that much. Dave Chappelle's show probably like my favorite skit show of all time.
Yeah. I like to me it has to be a show. Like there has to be a noise, and that's what's good about like the Bert Kreischer. Like when you're watching Bert Kreischer perform his jokes, you can appreciate what he's telling you. If you're just listening to them, I feel like you lose part of the delivery is the animation that the body brings to it.
Right.
So
that's like I think Joe Rogan, like his stand up, I really don't like at all. But he's funny on a show where it's not just him having to hold the whole show himself, but he could throw in like one-liners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's much funnier like that to me than just by himself.
Yeah. Keen and Peele.
Keen and Peele. That one was good.
Those guys are good. Those are good.
You know who sucked though? Carlos Mencia sucked.
Oh, he's terrible.
Sucked. Yeah.
No. So Keen Keen is the tall guy. Peele is a director now that does all the scary movies.
Yeah.
I always tell people I have to be the Keenan Ivory Key or whatever the frick his name is. For Rockford when we do trainings. So you have Eric Russell will be sitting there and he'll be saying something and it'll look to me and I have to be like, all right, so what Eric is trying to tell you is, you know,
exactly.
if your two wives touch, you're gonna blow shit up. So don't do that. You know. So that's the routine I have to play when I do trainings with them. Because they'll be like, Eric's like, I sent you the PowerPoint. I'll be like, no, you didn't. You specifically told me I'm not gonna send you the PowerPoint. He goes, no, I didn't. I go, yeah, no, you did not send me the PowerPoint. He goes, I could have swore I did. No, you're lying.
That's just like on much like I am on this show and the show we do verse.
Yeah.
Like when we're on, like people are on golf streams and I'm just in chat and I'll be a mod or something and they expect me to do mod shit. Like that's not what I'm here for. I'm throwing out one-liners. I'm saying dumb shit. Like this is what I do.
Yeah.
Keep moving. I say dumb shit and people are like, or they're like, oh, that's stupid. Like, all right, I'll try another dumb shit. Like this is what I do.
No, which is fine. I mean, that's what you need, you know. Yeah. I keep telling everyone I just want to be somebody's hype man. I just want to be like, what?
Yeah.
I'll pass filters. No way.
Just
You know?
go full Little John. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Say what? No. Come out with a towel, getting everyone hyped. Who's ready for this?
Yeah.
Who's ready for this?
Little Flavor Flav, big ass clock on your neck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because some of these guys are so boring. I mean, just they're saying great stuff, but they're just like,
yeah.
So if you look here on the slide,
yeah,
it's like, and I can't do that. I can't do it. Although Fernando's told me, he's like, so when we go to Atlantic City, you got to try to do the whole class without saying a bad word. And I'm like, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
He's like, I know you can do it. I said, yeah, but I don't want to.
Oh. Well, that's what people don't get about you, I think, is that you use curse words like a weapon to punctuate a point. And I don't think people always realize that. Like, you don't just throw them out there. Like, when you say it, you deliberately thought about the curse word that you're going to say that matches what you're trying to deliver.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's important because, I mean, that's, yes.
It's like there. You dotted it right there.
Yeah, I've dotted it with the shit. Or some other fun word. Bad words are the spice of life. And it all comes from somebody. So somebody had made a comment, not in any of this. This is something else that I can't go deep into, but they said it was very unprofessional. And I was like, fuck you. It's like, no, man. No. I can say whatever I want whenever I want. It's like, give me a break. What's the point of being 52 if you can't say what you want when you want?
Like you're working at the Pentagon or something.
Yeah. It's like
delivering a message about aliens. It's like, come on.
It's like, hey, listen, I get it. I totally understand. Like, there's some people that are like very into this and like, it's like, and it's like, that's cool, man. But the rest of the world is not. So
exactly.
Don't expect me to abide by your poor life choices. I have not found what you have found, but I wasn't looking for it. So, but
at the end of the day, we like the cars that go boom.
Well, yeah, he did. And there again, he's, but you gotta understand, this isn't his first language. So dropping, putting together a sentence where the emphasis is the period, which is, isn't in his thing. Now, if he's talking Spanish, oh yeah, man, he's, whatever. It's not even a thing. But English isn't his first language, so he doesn't know that. Bob curses a lot. Bob curses a whole bunch. And he is hilarious to talk to. He is way more fun than his brother Paul, who I work for. But yes, Bob is great, and he does it with his Indian accent, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Because after I spent about 10 minutes with Bob, and I've figured out how he says curse words, then I say them that way, and it's so enjoyable. But,
it used to be fun when we could all make fun of the way each other talks.
I still do. I don't care.
Yeah, it was like, man. It's like I think it's funny. I think it's funny when Europeans make fun of the way Americans talk. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
When
listen, I get the brand. This is a lot. But at the end of the day, we're all human.
Yeah.
If something I say is offensive to you, it's that's you.
Yeah.
That's you taking offense to something. It's not me. And if you're taking it in a way that, or anybody for that matter, if you take something in a way somebody says and it's not directed towards you, it's just directed out to the universe, and you're taking it personally. That's you. You have to learn to deal with that. That's not something that is a reflection of me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not how we see things nowadays. Nowadays, oh no, you have to take my feelings into consideration. It's like, no, I don't. No, because you're not going to take my feelings in consideration.
I wasn't even talking to you.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It's like you have to. It's like you're not going to consider my feelings. My feelings are I'm having fun. I'm doing something I love, and what I'm doing isn't making you happy, and you feel like you have to say. It's like no, no. That's not how this is going to work, my man.
Yeah.
So kiss my butt.
All right, what are we watching next week?
That's a good question. You got a list, right?
Let me see. Maybe I do.
I thought you had a list from like last week. We were gonna toy some ideas. Because I mean, there's not really
one was the you wanted to wait on the girls, the Jiminy Snicket or
let's watch that.
Okay, what's it called? Let me see.
What's
it on? Is it on Max?
I thought it was on Amazon.
Oh, that might be it.
John Cena. Come on, guys. What is it? John Cena's movie.
John Cena. It's like Jimmy. No, it's saying Jimmy Fallon. Let me see. Rickety Snickety.
Rickety Snickety.
Snickety.
It's on Amazon.
Let me see. Rickety Snickety.
Yeah, I can't see. Like Cassie came through.
Yeah.
Rickety Snickety. That's what we'll watch.
Yep, it's on Prime. It's got Zac Efron and John Cena.
Yeah, it's so much meat. It's like a hot dog.
Yeah.
Big hot dog.
You know, the true question is, does Cassie make her Dean watch these movies? That's the question we need answered. Or does she suffer alone?
I mean, I feel like he has to watch them.
I know.
I mean, or just go to sleep. I mean,
yeah, that's always the move.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
Like if you're over 40 and you're a man, you can almost go to sleep at any time.
There's a lot of hot dogs. Oh, fantastic. So she's watched this. I mean, this to me seems like a full chick flick.
Yeah.
Like
we watched
it together.
Yeah. He's a G.
Yeah. So I can tell you exactly how it's going to go down in my house. Haley will have the iPad in front of her, and she'll be watching it through the side. And she'll be playing like a Disney game on the iPad. Sue will have the phone like this and just be playing Words with Friends or whatever, Candy, whatever thing she's playing. And I'll be the only one like this watching.
It depends. Like if the movie's good, full attention. If the movie's bad, which we often watch bad movies, the phone is creeping in, man. Even for me.
Yeah.
I give it the respect it deserves. McMillions, no phone. I thought that was really good. Pretty raptured in it.
Towards the last 3 episodes.
But I haven't watched the last few episodes. So.
Yeah, and there was also a little nap in one of those too.
Yeah. So you give it the respect it deserved. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I'm up. But all right, guys, that's what we got. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, Ricky.
It'll be lots of fun. Good. That's it.
Lots of beef. All the beef.
All the beef.